None.
Hey there guys, how is everybody? I'm GamingUKMedia here, also known as DrewHD707. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how to hunt for Smeargle and set Smeargle up for shiny hunting and IV hunting in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So the first thing we need to do is find ourselves Smeargle and decide which our first move is that we're going to teach him. Now the most important move in my opinion for shiny hunting and just regular hunting is going to be False Swipe. False Swipe is required to lower the opponent's HP down to 1 HP, which can increase your chances of the Pokemon calling for help and calling in a secondary Pokemon. Now that's important for shiny hunting because it's important for shiny hunting. It's also important for IV hunting because you need to encounter at least 32, or actually at least 30, but I go for 32 just to be sure, or roughly about 34 sometimes. It depends on how confident I am with how many encounters I think I've encountered. Now, False Swipe is used to get the opponent down to 1 HP. This is important for a Smeargle because this is what Smeargle is going to repeatedly use to bring down the opponent's move. So, we need a Pokemon that knows False Swipe. You can get False Swipe in a TM very early on in the game. Before you leave the first island, you get given False Swipe in a TM. There's also the event Pokemon Munchlax. Now you can receive Munchlax through the Mystery Gift. At level 5 in a Cherish Pool, the Pokemon will no holdback. This is also just as effective as False Swipe, does the same thing, is the same type of move, and also has the same amount of PP, 40 PP. That's quite a lot for a move, especially when considered doing long held out things like shiny hunting and IV hunting. So, we're in Ollie City, or however you pronounce this city. I'm very poor at pronouncing the games. If we just head up this way past the Poke Center, we reach ourselves onto Route 2. Route 2, you can encounter Smeargle. So just enter this grass here. Just careful not to wander too far into the grass, otherwise you'll encounter the Pokemon there, which is either Yungoos, Rattata, or Makuhita. So we're just going to keep encountering Pokemon until we encounter our Smeargle, which is what we're here for. Now, also the reason why False Swipe is a good move to use, and let me just demonstrate what False Swipe does. If you hit the opponent with False Swipe, it will survive with 1 HP, and then call for help. Now this is exactly what we want when we're doing battles. And you can repeat this process to get the Pokemon to call in for more help. But we're going to run because we don't need a Drowsy. That was just me demonstrating what False Swipe does, so it's impossible to KO the Pokemon with False Swipe, which is also just as ideal, especially if you're hunting for Smeargle post-game, because you will never hit the Smeargle and kill him. Okay guys, so just be a little patient, and you'll find Smeargle eventually in this location. It could take a few attempts. It did just take me like 10 attempts to get this Smeargle, so we just keep running around and encountering Smeargle. Now Smeargle at level 9 will know Sketch. He will know only the one move Sketch. So you can hit him with the False Swipe or any other move that you wish to teach Smeargle. So say you wanted to start by teaching him Recycle. You come here with Recycle, you use Recycle. Sketch never misses unless the Pokemon is in a non-vulnerable state. So for example, if the Pokemon is using Dive or Dig, Fly, any of those moves, when he's in the process of hiding or whatever, Sketch never fails. Sketch isn't affected by Spiky Shield or Protect or any of those moves, it will still copy the move. Let me see. So, now you can see how I just demonstrated the False Swipe technique for the SOS. I brought with me Rabombi. Rabombi knows Stun Spore, which can paralyze the opponent. When a Pokemon is paralyzed, it can no longer call for help, which is really useful when setting up any SOS, because you need to stop the Pokemon eventually from being able to call for help. Now you can see that because he didn't learn a move, the Smeargle on the left is now using Struggle. The Struggle is something you don't want to happen when you're hunting your SOS Pokemon. So at all costs, make sure to switch the Smeargles around, or the Pokemon that you're SOSing occasionally, just to avoid the Pokemon killing itself. However, the Smeargle on the right knows the move False Swipe, which now has 40 PP, because that's how many PP False Swipe has as a base. You can increase the amount of PP by using something like a PP up or a PP max in order to increase the amount of PP that your Pokemon can learn, which is also beneficial when you're going to be using the Pokemon all the time. And yet it's something still I have to do to my Smeargle. So now we have Smeargle. The next thing that we need to do is to set him up. So now, as you'll see, if I move out the grass, go to my Smeargle, which I just caught, and look at his summary, he will now know the move False Swipe. Now this is the only move that he knows. The target is always left with 1 HP. That's what we need. We need just a Smeargle with a 1 HP move. Okay, so the next step that you need to do from this part is repeat the process again and again with the Pokemon with the moves that you need or /1. And this is by far the easiest way to do it, guys. That you can do it with the Ditto by getting the Pokemon to transform into you, but you still got a 1 in 4 chance of the Ditto getting first hit and you sketching the wrong move. However, I guess you can't sketch a move that you already know. So if you already have a Smeargle set up and you wish to basically just start a new Smeargle, then that's what you do. So say I wanted to set up this Smeargle and I hadn't done it already. Just out of curiosity, what is this Smeargle? Own tempo. Now that's perfect. That is perfect for the Smeargle because you need that to avoid confusion when doing confusion hunts. So say I wanted to teach this Smeargle False Swipe, Recycle, Recover, and Magical Leaf. What I would do is for Recycle, I would put the Trubbish in my team. I would then go and encounter a second Smeargle. And then I would use Recycle, allow the enemy Smeargle to learn Recycle, switch out to my Smeargle. The only move that the enemy Smeargle can learn is Recycle. So I'm guaranteed to learn Recycle from this Smeargle. Don't catch the second Smeargle, that's not really what we're doing here. We're going through and we're getting the moves in order. The important thing to mention about Smeargle is he learns Sketch every 10 levels. This is important because every 10 levels you can teach your Smeargle a new move. So in level 20, possibly even level 11, depending on whether or not he'll learn it again this early, he will learn Sketch again, and then he can learn the move Recycle from Trubbish. However, if you already have a Smeargle set up and you just want to have 2 on you, just for safety reasons, or you want to have different Smeargles like I do, for different shiny hunts, then you're probably going to want to teach this Smeargle even a third set of moves. For example, I would like to have a Smeargle that knew False Swipe, Recycle, Recover, and something else that isn't Soak, something that doesn't miss, maybe Shockwave or maybe Swift. Guys, what I would advise is setting up either one of these Pokemon just as they are. Use these to pretty much hunt anything. Also, level 100 always helps because you don't need to worry about knocking the opponent out because False Swipe leaves you with 1 HP. I will learn Sketch every 10 levels, so you won't be able to teach him the moves immediately. You do need to go and train him and make him learn Sketch again. That's when you go and switch your Pokemon out, go get Trubbish, make sure he knows Recycle. Remember, he learns it at level 3. Or you can just find another Pokemon that knows Recycle, or you can just not even teach it Recycle if you're not worried about using tons and tons of level berries. But this is the best way to do it, in my opinion, the fastest, easiest, most convenient way, and the most resourceful way, in all honesty. From this point on, that's all you do is you just continue to teaching him the moves until he's done, and then you have your SOS/IV hunting Pokemon. This is GamingUKMedia. It's been fun, guys. Don't forget to post your comments for the nickname for the Smeargle down below, and maybe you can give me some advice and tell me which setups you have on your Smeargle. Thanks, guys. It's been great. I'm DreHD707. Splashing out, guys.